And welcome everybody to the stream. I'm Brea Thorn. Rare Sunday YouTube stream. But hopefully, at least if this experiment goes well, it will be rare no longer. We're trying some PC matchmaking on Sunday instead of me doing the let's say, what's a good way to put this? Selectively appreciated gaming streams on Twitch. Not everybody was really into that. I had fun with it, and you know, maybe I'll do them on another night, something like that. But Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday makes a lot of sense in terms of a regular PC matchmaking rotation. So we're gonna give that a shot. If nobody shows up for help tonight, then maybe I'll switch over to gaming, and we'll try it again next week. And if that doesn't work, we'll call it a wash and just do Tuesdays, Thursdays. The problem is, although I don't have any like recent SI Weekly videos on the channel, all the ones previously stated Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe it'll pop up in someone's feed and they'll be like, oh, that's the thing I needed, except not 2 days from now, instead today now. So what's up, everybody, though? Glad to see you. Lone Vaquero, you are first. See that? There's nothing above that. So yeah, welcome over in YouTube land. Michelle, welcome. How you doing? Can't wait to see today's stream. I can't wait to stream today's stream that I'm currently streaming. Gary Clinky, welcome. How's it going? Alice, welcome. Happy to see you. And you know what else I'm happy to see in its rightful place, next to the editing workstation where it belongs, looking mighty fine back there. And it's gonna be in the background of all the streams. I also got that live sign working that had not been working for a long time. I'm also trying a new placement for the RGB glowing sign there. It's not as hidden now. I like that. I've been working a lot on this space. There was so much stuff over here. I mean, think about it. If you're a naturally sort of disorganized person like me, who has clearly better things to do than organizing stuff, which makes things better to do. Unfortunately, that doesn't... Stop not following me. Start yes following me. Okay. Imagine having a desk that you haven't used for like 7 months because the PC is just bleh. A travesty of a computing thing. You know, it's a flat surface, and no flat surfaces are safe from a disorganized person like me. Things get put there, and they tend to stay there, much way past their. They overstay their welcome. I had a lot of cleaning up to do. It is done. I have cable extensions that I need because of the unique cable management and the fact that the PC is no longer down here under the desk in that mount that I had for the Falcon Northwest PC, in which I had all my cable management happening to like under the desk going into the PC. It was great, but now it's going to a set of Alex drawers right next to the desk. So I need some cable extensions, things like that. That's coming in tomorrow. So all the cable management happens tomorrow. But as for now, the system is up and running. It works a treat. It's fantastic. It's running so well. Even with the somewhat ponderous, bloated operating system that I've had on that drive for a very long time, it's so much faster, and it seemed slow before. Now it's just like, hey, yeah, you got a lot of stuff installed. You can do that if you want to. Some people do that. It's not slowing me down, so yeah, we're good. Michelle says, I see the RGB build back there looking great. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be watching over us tonight as we do potentially some PC matchmaking. Braxton, what's going on? Welcome. I'm second. That's okay. It doesn't matter. You're here. My PC runs fairly cooler than my Xbox did. That's nice. Oh yeah. I'm loving this Pixio monitor you recommended me. I'm glad you like it. It's quite a good monitor, honestly. Barutu, what's up? Couple days late on that happy Friday, but I'll take it anyway. We take those. I will forewarn you guys, I'm very tired tonight. I stayed up overnight working on all that, got maybe 4 hours of sleep. Not great for someone with CFS, but I'm doing what I can to not miss a stream. I missed too many streams recently, and like that's the only thing I got going on consistently right now, so I don't want to mess that up. So yeah, we're in it. We're in it. We're committed. We're strong. And stuff. Okay. I also got a 10 gig switch that I'm sort of in prepping for the potential NAS I may be doing, although I got to reach out to my guy for that over at Ugreen, see if they're still down to do that. So 10 gig switch was in order. Plus, I've got a 10 gig NIC on that motherboard now, so I can actually utilize my internet, and the speeds are great. It's running fantastically. Time Traveler DMC, what's up? Any pre-built that isn't a Dell Alienware is a better pre-built. Yeah, I mean, generally, although there are the exceptions to that, like your Apex gaming PCs and the gone but not forgotten and also not missed light gaming PCs. There are some of the actual scam PCs you can get on Amazon that I've reviewed on the stream. I mean, in a sense, with Alienware, you can buy something and not get what you pay for in terms of them taking an i9 and having to downclock it to i7 speeds, and because they can't cool it properly. I did see Steve's review of the latest Alienware, and it was actually almost positive. It was kind of positive, and I was like, whoa, maybe they're actually considering feedback now. But considering the predatory practices that Dell has put on display with forcing warranties on people who specifically said they don't want them, this actually happened to LTT a couple of times. They've tried to do the whole Dell thing, and just the proprietary nature still of some of those parts. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to recommend it. Planning to stay to grab an 8 terabyte SSD. I'm already running out of storage. Yeah. Well, 4 terabyte drives are not bad. If you look at an Inland Performance Plus 4 terabyte, being like 220, 230, it's really, or 240, something like that. Really quite good, considering that you're looking at like $700 for like an 8 terabyte in the lower price bracket. So if you have multiple M.2 sockets available, Vaquero, then you could just grab yourself a 4 terabyte for now. Yeah, it's really fast. As Rutu said, 220 for the 4 terabyte. Yeah, I hadn't looked at the latest pricing. Mostly referring to the proprietary boards that extend to the front I/O. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. The fact that they scoff at ATX standards, including with their power supplies. Their coolers mount through their motherboards to the chassis, which is like crazy to me. It's insane. It's just such proprietary stuff like that has no place in 2025. It's like 3 dozen eggs, something like that, Rutu, I'm sure. Haven't done the math lately. Oh, like I said, I'm very tired tonight. So hopefully we have a few people show up who need some help with the PC, so I can get the brain juices flowing. You guys aren't boring me, I promise. I just really want to get into this so that I can wake myself up. Okay, let's switch to this. And this. There we go. Let's take a look at our spreadsheet. No, last one that's on there is Michelle Melton. You got to tell me, Michelle, how's it coming along with that build? Is that in the works already? Chris, what's going on? Welcome. How you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm very tired today. I worked a lot on this whole setup here to revitalize it. That's my editing rig right there. It was my primary setup. It's where I used to stream from, record videos at, all that. This view was just one you would get whenever I'd be doing an unboxing or something, or a PC build stream. And I just happened to make it my primary setup, which I like. I like this. I like this setup a lot. More so than when I was over there. But that whole desk setup had fallen by the wayside. There was a bunch of stuff stacked up on it because I hadn't been using it for like months and months and months on end. So I had to get all that cleaned up. I did a bunch over here. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm slowly inching my way towards a setup tour video eventually. We're getting there. It's like $2,000, 3 dozen eggs. Peter, where are you buying your eggs? Oh, you're talking about Fabergé? What's up, Peter? Welcome. Zintech, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? But yeah, so nobody on the PCM forum just yet. We'll see. Yeah, I ordered the case, and I'll be pre-ordering the cooler tomorrow. Awesome. So you're going with the heavy hitter on the cooler. I know that you specifically stated 2 GPU, but I just think the fact that every part is in the system is overbuilt and it's quality. I don't know. I think that might have been the better way to go. I get some time speaker next. I need to head to Micro Center. Yeah, you might find that some of the parts that we sourced are not available. If that's the case, you can always come back and we can go over it again. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Doing okay. Just tired. Already had my caffeine. I'm not going to have more. Kind of excited. Might have should have TwitchCon coming up soon. Really excited about that. I love TwitchCon. I don't know what it is. I'm not like a fanboy of Twitch. Like, I don't think everything Twitch does is great. But I love TwitchCon because I've made friends in the streaming community, or in the Twitch, like among streamers, things like that. That's where I get to see them. Yeah, I'll see brands there that back when I was going to PAX West and East, I'd see brands there that I wouldn't see at PAX. Your Corsair, Elgato, other brands, a lot of streaming hardware companies, AverMedia, stuff like that. Get to talk to them, and I just really like San Diego. I really like San Diego. Such a cool town. Not fun to drive in, nor is any of Southern California, honestly. But I generally actually rent a car when I go there, because I will, after TwitchCon, drive up to like the City of Industry or Ontario area in near LA and go visit some SIs. And I got a project that we're lining up that's going to be really fun. Like, tour videos are great, but what we're planning is actually a lot more fun. That's gonna be cool. Gonna see my buddy Chris. Gonna see some of my speedrunner buddies. Gonna see my PC modder bro Tim. It's gonna be great. I'm in the storage crunch dilemma too. I've got 479 gigs out of 6 terabytes left over, 4 drives, but I have a 1000D Obsidian. That's a big case. No more storage expansion, but I'm tempted to get an X16 PCIe M.2 NVMe card. Stick in the bottom slot of my motherboard and fill it with 2 terabyte NVMe drives. Time Traveler DMC. If you're talking about the bottom slot, it may be shaped like an X16 slot, but unless you're talking about Threadripper, it's very doubtful that it is X6. That is actually a 16 lanes. It's most likely 4, potentially 1. So you'll want to look at your motherboard spec to verify, because those cards are not cheap, and you may be wasting your money and end up sending it back and because it won't operate properly. No problem, Michelle. Of course. Sailor, what's going on? Hey, everyone. I'm usually watching you at work. I am at work and you're watching me, but you are also at work is what you actually meant. Got it. But I appreciate you joining, Sailor. Thank you. And I hope work goes well for you. I'm excited for a game set for release next year. It's called The Lift Supernatural Handyman Simulator. I saw people playing the demo. It looks really fun. Rutu, the quality has gone downhill since I turned 36. My quality? Your quality? What do you mean? Seems fine to me. Remake of my favorite game of all time comes out in 2 days. What is that remake? I should know this. Should I know this? Zintex, I feel that I love my Keurig. I'm happy that you have those warm feelings towards your appliance. That's wholesome. Also exciting news for me. My Hero Academia Season 8 drops next week. Is it just exciting news for you? I mean, I imagine a lot of fans are really excited. I fell off in like the Vigilante arc, which was a recent one. We fell off. My girlfriend and I, we fell off of watching it at that point. It was really a cool arc though, and I want to pick it back up. So no spoilers. Final Fantasy Tactics. Man, that was a cool game. That game was ahead of its time, I will say, back in the day. But I never personally got into it. I'm hyped about next year for the Deus Ex Remastered. How old is the remake of Deus Ex that it needs a remaster? You redeemed suggest a poll. Exciting news for all fans, but I'm extra excited. Lone Vaquero, I have some unfortunate news for you. A poll generally needs like a question. Oops, that was still in the poll prompt. Yeah. The first game came out in 2000. Right. Correct, Zintech. But they made like a reboot or a remake already. So why are they doing a remaster of the reboot remake? Was it a sequel or a reboot or a prequel? It's Deus Ex. It's whatever. I don't know. But that wasn't too long ago. That was only a few years ago. I don't know the actual date. Could have been 2019, something like that. I just don't like seeing stuff like what Sony does with Last of Us, where there's like 18 different remakes, ultimate, super, deluxe. You actually like this game edition, so give us your money. You know, we gotta be careful about too many remakes. They have 4 games. Oh, they have 4 games total. Yeah. There was Deus Ex and then a sequel. I don't know. I shouldn't speak as if I know. I don't. So how has everybody's weekend been? Since it is now coming to a close, I hope you spent it well. Peter, welcome. What's up? Peter says money in both chats. Thank you for being in both chats. I do appreciate it. Why are you yelling money? Is because I was talking about Sony. They do like that. They do like the money. Weekend was good. Excellent. That's all you can really ask, right? I was just working on my studio a lot this weekend. Like that's what I was doing. I mean, I'm just gonna keep. Here it is. Ignore this cable right here. I need to remanage because I moved the RGB sign. I probably need to run a power source up to behind the pegboard. I can put a few charging things up there, things like that. Charge some batteries. Observer Thoughts, welcome. What's up? Not much. Just trying a little experiment. We're trying to do, instead of doing gaming on Twitch, we're trying to do PC matchmaking on Sundays now. And I was speculating that, maybe people wouldn't show up because I have always said Tuesday and Thursday for PC matchmaking. And I mean, that's what I established. So it's a little experiment. And if no one shows up, well, the more likely thing is I'll be like, well, this was a wash. I'm exhausted. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. But the other option is I actually turn it into a gaming stream because nobody needed help with a PC. While being content on not being in the path of a hurricane. I've been through a few. They're not fun. They are not fun. I started Cyberpunk 2077 yesterday. A little late to the game there, literally, but still it is a very cool game. It's a little hard to see past the story issues, but it's still a pretty cool experience. Not gonna lie, I got obsessed with it when it first came out, and then you know, Gotham guy, what's going on? Picked my kiddo up their birthday present, a giant Flemish rabbit. How giant are we talking, Gotham guy? How giant are we talking? I got it on sale for only $20. Hey, that's a great deal. That's less than I spent for sure. Quite a bit less. It's good. Flemish giant gets up to 30 pounds, says Rarutu. That's a lot. That's a lot of rabbit. There's potentially a lot of rabbit Gotham guys talking about there. Oh man, I should have tried to take a nap or something. Good game for making use of my RTX card. That is absolutely true. NVIDIA and Cyberpunk go very much hand in hand. All the way back to 30 series. My uncle had one in China. Oh, that's cool. It's a baby now. Wait, do they grow? See, you say a Flemish rabbit. You're talking about a real rabbit. Because I was thinking, like, is this like a stuffed bunny or something like that? You're talking about a real rabbit that grows up to 30 pounds? Yeah, Sailor, that would scare me too. That sounds terrifying, but awesome in a way. You know, like a mastiff, but like Bugs Bunny as a mastiff, and also not bipedal, really. Also not talking, and without like Looney Tunes physics. But that's great. Yeah. I hope your kiddo likes it, and you know, just I guess feed the thing well. You want a giant rabbit. That rabbit will indeed be dynamite. I like the use of that word. That's good. The dynamite use of that word. So I had a thought. I want to see what y'all think. So this, okay. So I had an idea. For those of you who were here on Thursday, you may recall that we rated my buddy Emmett, who is currently doing a big subathon. Genuinely cool dude, great speedrunner, awesome gamer, just like you know. And he's a guy. He's one of the guys that I got to hang out with last TwitchCon. As one of the sort of new friends that I made. And he's needed at least an upgrade for his PC for a while. But anyways, we rated him on Thursday, and he was doing the stream where he was planning out the subathon. And I saw in the list, I was like, new PC, what? He was like, oh, yeah, you know, I need a PC. I just don't feel like I have enough USB ports. I'm like, yeah, you're a streamer. You need a lot. He's like, yeah. So I in Discord, Discord DMs, I sent him a few pictures of this build here. I was like, this is the latest one I've done. Here's how much USB it has. And I showed some pictures of that. At the time, I had an add-in card for more, but then I realized I'm not streaming on this thing. The motherboard has a ton of USB already. I should be okay with it just being an editing PC. But at the time, I had an additional USB add-in card just because I have a couple of those because I show them. They're one of my favorite things to add into a PC, hands down. But he was like, when he saw the build, though, you know, this one, he was like, you built that? What? Because he knew I did PC stuff, but I don't think he had seen anything I had done. So I was like, yeah, you get a new PC, dude. I told you, I'll build you one. Like, I'll build it for you. You get the stuff, I'll build it for you. And we'll make it look awesome. So he's like, for real? Are you for real? So that might be a thing. So here's what I was thinking. He plays a lot of Super Metroid. And Metroid stuff in general. Well, this is a pretty well-known thing in Metroid. The E-Tank. You think of what I'm thinking? That shape looks pretty similar. Looks pretty familiar. Igor 1980, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Kenneth A, what's up? People in Reddit say that Walmart have some good PC deals. It would have to be a damn good deal for me to consider buying a PC from Walmart. Now, you can find some crazy deals on parts sometimes, Kenneth. That's probably as far as I would go. TJ Sparks, how's it going with you? I'm good. One of those new height cases or Tower 600. See, it could be the height case. It could be. But I was thinking Tower 600 because this thing even has a freaking stand to it. Like, this is what it looks like in... What it actually looks like in Super Metroid. No, that's not what I'm looking for. No, hate that it opens a new tab. This is what it actually looks like in Super Metroid. The one we were looking at there, I think was from Nestroid. Yeah, so silver, orange. The thing is, I don't know if he would like that colorway, but this would be pretty sick for a Metroid Speedrunners PC, streaming PC. Maybe I have to hassle Mike again for another case. I don't know. It's not a PC for me or anything. I don't know that I would make a video on it anyway, so and it might probably just end up having to buy it, but considering the uniqueness of the Tower 600 and how nice it is to build in it and all the airflow options, it's a high-end case, to be clear. It's like 160 bucks. But with the colorways that are available, all that stuff, it's not that bad. Oh, that'd be cool if you could get the yellow one and swap the ends with white. That would be sick. The other thing, though, is I would want to see if I could get something like a semi-opaque wrap for the glass to get the E on there. Semi-opaque so that you could throw white lights on the RGB inside to illuminate it from behind. That'd be freaking awesome. Okay. We do have more people here than I was expecting on a Sunday. I'm happy to see that, at least on the YouTube side of things. Excuse me. But I do need to inform you guys that I am way more tired than even I thought I was. So if we don't have anybody fill out the form, I am probably going to call it an early night. And this is, again, an experiment to see if it's worth doing PC matchmaking on Sundays. But with the YouTube turnout being really good, I would say that, yeah, it's a thing I can do. It's just I need somebody to... I need the people who would need to come in here for the first time just so they can get their help. That's what I need, but they don't know I stream on Sundays. Yeah, we can make it a short stream so you can get some rest. I mean, maybe. That's a maybe. I feel bad about doing that, though, because some of y'all showed up, and it makes me really happy. Yeah. Igor, I swear to you, I thought you had been hacked. I absolutely thought you had been hacked for a second there. I mean, you can only post links because you're VIP status, but that's the kind of stuff I worry about. So I don't see that very often. But starting that off with get US $30 off for your first order. Tap the link to get started. I'm like, uh-oh, we got to have a talk about internet security, Igor. TL Foreman, what's up? I say call it a night and get some rest. We can at least discuss this. And maybe if someone comes in, I can help them out. I was saying earlier in the stream that I've missed a few streams lately, and this is literally the only consistent thing I've got going on right now. Although that is changing. For those who haven't seen yet, the editing PC is where it belongs and ready to be edited upon. So, yeah. First, FYI, which I'm first live DJ stream this coming weekend. Oh, awesome. Good luck with that, TL Foreman. That's awesome. Are you doing that on YouTube or Twitch? Where are you doing that? Alibaba gives you no choice when you copy a link. I feel you. I'm just saying I was worried for a bit. Oh my God. Please just, first off, don't try to dox me like that. And secondly, I want to browse your website. Okay. Okay, I know the case you're talking about. I see it. Unfortunately, this one is known to be an oven. I think they actually tested this case on Gamers Nexus, and it did not test well. Or I've seen it reviewed somewhere. Maybe it was Greg Salazar who did it. Greg used to do these videos I really liked. And I mean, I like his videos in general. And he's a solid dude. I've met him at CES a couple times. I've run into him at CES a couple times. But he used to buy oddball cases and see if they were worth building it or not, and whether they were worth the money, because there's no real context. You don't know whether you're wasting your money or not, because if it's a very unique case, you don't know what the performance is going to be like, what the build experience is going to be like, what the build quality is going to be like. So, yeah. I miss that. He did it almost as a series, and I do miss those videos. I hope he does those again soon. I saw a review for that case, and it didn't go well. Yeah, unfortunately. It is a cool shaped case. It's very cool that the case has that shape for a build like this. But, yeah. On the cat case that GN built in? Yes. That one, isn't that a... the same one that does the waifu GPUs and the bright colored GPUs. Yeston. I think that's a Yeston case. I think Yeston made that case a long time ago. I don't think they make it anymore. Yeah, Yeston. John Paul Bacon, welcome. How's it going? I guess Twitch didn't get the memo. But I do appreciate the 9 people on Twitch who did show up. Just for those who are always YouTube watchers and aren't on Twitch, I would do Twitch streams on Twitch exclusive streams on Sundays where I'm gaming, playing whatever game, and I would get something between 10 and 20 people who would, just community members who'd show up and be interested, and that was cool. But I am trying to see if I start one of these streams on a Sunday, if people will show up. And on YouTube, that's a yes. And on Twitch, it's kind of a no. Insofar as it's about the same on the lower end of the viewership I'll get on a gaming stream. Daredy, what's up? Hey, Braithorn, quick question. Is it worth dual PC streaming or a modern GPU is 5080 enough for it's 5080 is more than enough for single PC streaming. I mean, you got dual encoders on there. And even if you didn't, the 5070 Ti is not only do I stream and game on the same PC with this 5070 Ti, I'm actually running two streaming softwares, broadcast softwares on the same thing because I'm running Meld and OBS, and they're both encoding. So that's a lower end card, a 5070 Ti. So yeah, it's very much capable of doing all that in one PC. A dual PC setup is convenient in that if your gaming PC freezes or crashes, your stream can continue on because your streaming PC is separate. How long have I even been going? Not even 40 minutes, and I'm just ready to throw in the towel. I've gotten multiple responses from you guys saying that I should just go get some rest. But yeah. Are we ever going to get SI Weekly back, but maybe SI Monthly now? Yes. The problem, Igor, was I had not built this system yet. I had my Falcon Northwest system, which Falcon Northwest builds great PCs, but in that generation, Intel was not building great CPUs, and I had the 14900K from launch cooking in that microcode the whole time. The thing is, review units slowed down. Nothing came in that would have been a solid editing system necessarily. I was basically like, I need to either buy the hardware or see if I can get a company to send me a PC that would be my new editing PC. Instead, I worked with Thermal Mike at Thermaltake, and he provided case, cooler, RAM, what else? A ton of fans, all kinds of stuff for a build, including the Future Dusk Tower 600 and the base that has it propped up like that, by the way. And I just got a CPU and motherboard during Intel Gamer Days, 265K Gigabyte AORS Master Z890 for like a third of the regular price. It was a really good deal. And I just did it. I just built a new editing PC. Got my 4090 out of the Falcon Northwest PC just to put it in this build. So it's got 265K and a 4090. Amazing editing performance already. But SI Weekly is coming back now that I'll be able to edit, because while I am intent on bringing in Onware as a regular editor, I cannot currently afford to pay him fairly right now. When the industry slowed down, so did my income, unfortunately. And I'm willing to do editing myself, even if I'm not the best at it, if it means getting the show back on the air. Although, Igor, it may be that SI Weekly is no more. My goal was to rebrand that to PC Gateway. So this next episode, I'm probably going to do this next episode as the last episode of SI Weekly, but really it's just I'm changing the name. Will Baggins, what's up? Welcome. Why did I suddenly start getting the sniffles? Is that why I feel so tired? Bone Shock, I don't know if I said hi already, but hi, welcome. Do people do beefy gaming PC and laptop to capture and stream? Rarutu, as long as you have enough I/O, a solid gaming PC is usually also a solid streaming PC as long as you have enough solid I/O and enough RAM. Yeah, and a GPU with good encoding on it. But yeah, Dare D, thank you for answering. No problem. The 50 series GPUs have 9th generation NVENC, and it's very good actually. So yeah. Will says the liquid cooler you picked for me is out of stock with the Skytech PC you helped with. Just any similarly priced AIO that they have that matches the build, just go with that. Yeah. As long as we get the rants, the name does not matter. Igor, I appreciate that you appreciate those. Thank you. I do have a lot to rant about, for sure. Alucard, well, I got this all set up here. Editing rig is in place, ready for content to start flowing. And I was talking about how utterly exhausted I am tonight because I had to clean up that whole desk, that whole area. Actually got under the desk, pulled everything out, swept, mopped everything, all that. It's so clean there. It's just it's so nice to do that sometimes. It's cathartic and feels great. It's therapeutic. I love it. Anyways, it was a lot of work though. Installed the new 10 gig switch because I actually have 10 gig Ethernet now. Hoping to get a 10 gig NAS from potentially Ugreen, but we'll see. Man, you coming down with a cold? You just had bad allergies this evening. I don't know. I just started getting the sniffles. It's weird. But yeah, no, I'm just dead tired. Like I am struggling to keep my eyes open right now. So, looks amazing back there. Thank you, Alucard. I knew it would stand out. Look at me being a productive. Yeah, man. I've built a lot of PCs in my life and then my career. In IT and all that. Some pretty custom stuff, including high-end custom PCs for people who hired me to do it, stuff like that. This is the best PC I've ever built. It's my favorite PC I've ever built. I'll put it that way. It's just got everything. It's so quiet. I mean, that thing is chock full of 140 millimeter fans, except for these three right here. To get full fan coverage, we went 120s, but still, chock full of 140 millimeter fans running at low RPM, tons of air exchange, and the cooler is absolutely overkill. I ran a test. I wanted to see. I ran a few tests. The CPU never got over 65 degrees, maximum. And the GPU would get up to like 60 or so. It's cool. It's a cooling monster. The Tower 600 is my favorite. My favorite case that I have built in so far. Makes sense that the best one you ever made should be your personal build. I mean, Alucard, if you rewatch that short that I made about the Future Dusk Tower 600. It was in my voice, the genuine enthusiasm, and just like it's not off. Like I don't know if I would call myself like if I would call myself a materialistic person. Okay, certain material possessions that others seem to covet, I don't seem to care about that much. But when I saw the Future Dusk Tower 600. I knew. I was like, that's it. That's my next main PC case. Like that. What is it? What have I got to do? If I have to buy it, I'm buying it. But I just need to know when. I don't want it to run out. I want to be able to get it. I need this in my life. Is how I felt. I just knew. And when I saw that you could turn it on its side like this, I was like, "Ayo, yeah." So yeah. PC looks sick. Thank you, Kenneth. It was a lot of work, and not just the 6-hour stream that you guys saw. I put quite a few hours into it afterwards, just cable managing the heck out of it, adding in a few things, doing that. You sound excited as a fat kid in a penny candy store with a $100 bill. And it's oddly specific, Igor, but I'll allow it. Suddenly finished mine, to be honest. Just a few parts remaining to procure and put together. Yeah, that's when you're trying to do the perfect build. It happens where as you're doing the build, you realize it'd be so nice if I had this one thing, and then you don't have that thing. So I feel you there. The newer mini PCs are getting to a point where they make a very strong and interesting attraction of getting one in addition to or in place of full tower builds, depending on your needs. I wouldn't mind a mini PC as a home theater PC and just do network storage. I could even just, have to do Plex or anything. I could just share because it's a Windows PC, a mini Windows system. You could just share a folder from your primary desktop. All right. I don't think I can, unfortunately, I don't think I can continue. I am very, very tired. I did not feel this tired before I started, but once I started, I realize I was in for the long haul of 4 hours of sitting here talking and staying focused. And my brain and body are like, no and no. They don't always agree with each other. It's funny. If I were to explain chronic fatigue syndrome in one sentence, the brain and the body don't quite agree with each other. Because the brain wants to do things, and the body's like, well, we can't, so deal with that. Michelle, I will be doing that. What free video editing software do you recommend? DaVinci Resolve. Sailor. The only downside to the free version of DaVinci Resolve is that if you have a nice GPU, it does not use GPU hardware acceleration if you're using the free version. But you get to familiarize yourself with it, see if you actually like it, and if you do, then you get the pro version. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I've been up, other than like a 3-hour nap. I wouldn't call that a night's sleep, but like a 3 or 4 hour nap. Yeah, I've been awake since yesterday morning. So, and I didn't even realize that. So I'm going to go maybe do some shiny hunting and Pokemon. And okay. Oh, hold on. I want to talk about this real quick before I go. I got this in me, at least. What the hell is the Pokemon company thinking? Who here plays Pokemon? Like the video games, you know. TCG's cool, but I'm talking about the games, like the mainline games, things like that. So I really like Scarlet and Violet. Of course, I got Violet. Duh. And they had at EB Games and GameStop, which we have GameStop in my area, not EB Games. They had, I don't know if you know what a shiny Pokemon is. It's a Pokemon that looks different. Literally all it does is look different. But it's very cool. And they're very rare. Oh, snap. Look at that. What that is Bergie5 coming in with a tier 1 sub. Let's go, nerds. Bergie, thank you very much. So if you don't know what a shiny Pokemon is, it is like a 1 in 4,000 chance to find one randomly when you're walking around. 1 in 4,000 as Pokemon are spawning in and stuff, or as you run into them. Anyway, they had a thing where the 2 title legendary Pokemon you could finally get a shiny one of either with a code. And they looked sick. And I was like, I really like the legendaries from this gen. I really want one of them. This event, just Pokemon announced, hey, you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything. You just go. Well, you have to do something. You go into EB Games or GameStop, and they'll have a supply of codes while supplies last. Which the while supplies last is fine. The event was going on until October 15th. They ran out in minutes, in like 30 minutes at my like main local GameStop, and the one like in the mall ran out shortly thereafter because they were sent 50 codes per store for an event that was supposed to run until October 15th. And this is like the best-selling Pokemon game of all time. And they sent 50 codes. Some GameStops reported getting only 20 codes. How is that supposed to last until the 15th? Went all the way there just for them to tell me that. I should have called. Why didn't I call? All right, guys. Only the old ones. I'm a fire red guy. Well, I'll say the new ones are really cool. But yeah, again, Berkey, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I'm sorry to say you came in after I said this way earlier, but I'm not going to be streaming for much longer. I'm probably going to be ending it here soon because I am exquisitely tired. Well, don't have a whole lot of people here, so I'm not even gonna raid anybody. I'm just gonna call it a night because you know what? I got to go on for like an hour. People did show up on the YouTube side, so next Sunday we'll try this again. See if anybody fills out the form and if there's anyone I can help out. If not, what we'll do is I'll see if I can make Sundays at least somewhat tech related. Maybe have like a podcast style chat with one of my tech content creator friends or something like that, you know, bring them into it. That'd be kind of cool too. It'd be another option or something to do. But yeah, I am going to go and get some rest. I've been banging away at this for a long time, so it's all done. It's all set up. I can finally rest now. I'm sorry that I'm cutting the stream short for Sunday. I did find something you might be interested in for content. Found something at a local Best Buy that might be good for content or something. Well, just shoot me a DM about it, explaining it. But I am gonna disconnect and call it a night. I'm not just talking about by ending the stream, but I'm gonna just put my phone away and go close my eyes until I fall unconscious. Won't take long. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out for a bit. Thanks a bunch. Just know that my goal is to make Sundays also PC matchmaking. So if that sounds good to you, keep a little time on your Sundays open. You don't have to be here all the time. I just like to see you guys. You know, pop in if you can, hang out, or if you need help, you know what to do. But thank you so much, guys. I'll catch you all on Tuesday. I will be rested up then. And until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!